Hi, this is Mark from Altcoin Buzz, and today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin as we close up this weekly candle, see how the week is wrapping up, and then take a look into the following weeks to see if we can't determine where Bitcoin may be headed in the short, medium, and long term. So let's get started. Okay, as we get started on this chart, I am going to tell you that this is some analysis that I did yesterday, and I'm going to update that analysis from yesterday as we take a look at the weekly. So if you follow me on Twitter, you will be able to get some of these previews of the technical analysis before I actually get a video done. Sometimes I'm just too busy to get a video going, but I can get a little printout of some TA done, and that's what I did yesterday. So if you do follow me on Twitter, you'll be able to get those as I pop them out. So let's just take a look here as we are on the one-day chart. This is the Coinbase chart. And some people have asked, hey, is there a difference between the Bitfinex, Binance charts and Coinbase? And yes, there is. There is a difference because Binance and some of the other major exchanges are tied to Tether. There tends to be a little bit of a premium on Tether versus Bitcoin, so you have a little bit of a price difference. Not very much in the market as it stands today, somewhere between $50 and $100. So as we talk about price points, this is on the Coinbase chart. And right now we've got a lot of bearish divergence going on here in this chart. We've got price action moving up, but we've got a lot of momentum indicators like the MACD that are ready to cross over and showing a bear momentum versus the price action, which is showing more of a bullish momentum. So we've got some of that divergence going on. And what does that divergence mean? Well, basically, it means that this upward price action that we've been having may not be as strong as it looks on the chart, just from a price action standpoint. So yes, in a bearish trend versus the price action being in a bullish trend. A lot of the moving averages are moving into this range that you can see here on the blue box. And that within that box, we've got the 7, the 14, the 30, the 128. We've got them all trading right in that box. We're finding a lot of equilibrium right now in this channel. We do have this ascending triangle that people have been looking at. It's not really confirmed unless it tests the bottom of this angled support somewhere around $3,700. Once it does that, if it breaks below there, that would break the bull structure that we have forming right now. It would confirm a bear flag that we're showing on the weekly, or potential bull flag that we're showing on the weekly. And the new target would be the first measured move down from the triangle, which would be somewhere around $3,000 or 24%. A full measure move on the full flag, if you take the break away from the $6,000 where we capitulated down, which is more of a 50% move, would put us down into the $2,200 range. And if we do have that happen, and we've got some strong resistance at the $4,000 level, that upward resistance. Before we had what we thought was support at 6,000 and we broke below that. Now we've got this resistance at 4,000, 4,200. And some people are saying, hey, really, this is just the inverse of what we had in the triangle before, that descending triangle. This is the inverse of that. Now we're going to break above and to the upside. Although when we look at the weekly chart, we'll see if we even can determine whether there's enough momentum to do that, or any kind of sediment to move that price up above the current resistance area that we're at right now. But if we look at that descending triangle and what we had going on before this capitulation down to where we're at now, you can see the measured moves that we've made. And we made the first measured move down. We've made the second measured move down. If we look in here, this is the second measured move. And we ended up in this trading range where we're at right now. We have not completed this third measured move. And if that does happen, if we do end up rejecting this resistance here, find out that this is just a bear flag and we're continuing down, then the next target is in this third measured move from this descending triangle. That is somewhere around the $2,500 price point, somewhere in the $2,500, $2,200 price point. If we break out of what looks like this ascending triangle right now to the downside, that would be the next target that we'd be looking at. Okay, so now we're on the weekly. We closed out the week with a doji basically right in here. And we're looking like we're starting out this week that we're going to have some positive volume here, maybe get a little bit more even positive momentum. Still in that resistance area of $4,200 that we have to break, $4,100 to $4,200 that we need to break. So we could still try and test that resistance before breaking down from here or not. We'll see. The volume is just continuing to decrease. And so we have to wonder whether or not the effort that we've made to get up here needs to cool off a little bit and then correct, at least on the weekly basis. So we might see a test of that upward resistance, but I don't think that we'll be able to close there based upon the momentum that we have going on right now and the type of volume that we have going on right now. The weekly momentum indicators are still rather strong, but again, because of that bearish divergence on the volume and some of the other things that we're starting to see on the lower time frames, it looks like we're going to potentially get a correction here, at least a little bit of a correction here, or a push to around $4,200 maybe with a rejection from there. I'd say that would be the most probable scenario at this point on Bitcoin. Hey, don't forget, if you can, get on the DX exchange. We want to thank them for supporting Altcoin Buzz. But the thing that I think is really cool about it is if you can get on there, and I can't, unfortunately, because I'm in the United States, but if you can get on there, they've got fiat pairs on the exchange. I think they're the only exchange that has fiat pairs right now. So you can trade fiat directly for some crypto directly. There are no fees during the month of March right now, so you can hop on and trade away with no fees. They also work off of a flat kind of monthly subscription scenario, so they've got a different pricing structure than a lot of other folks. And anyway, something that worth checking out if you have the time. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter so that you can get those updates as I get to them when I'm not able to make these videos. And until next time, may all your trades be good ones.